Hello, my name is Jacob Brown, and I'm doing my final project over S Collective. So, S Collective is, of course, a business. What they do is they put film and like wrap over cars. So, if you'd like to look at it in a way, they like how you put screen protectors on your phone. That's basically what film is. They put that protective film on high end cars because those high end cars, their paint is super expensive if it gets chipped or whatever, scratched or whatever. So film they people when they buy these high end cars, they put film on it to protect, trying to pay a lot more for just some paint. And one of not problems, I work there. My dad works there, so that's kind of how I got that job. So when I'm not here at Newman, I do that. But since I've been there, I think a really big thing that I noticed, and like what I'd like to do this project on, is that they really don't go out and put themselves out there at events and stuff like that and like sell merchandise. And I think if they did, they would get a lot of money coming in, not breaking the bank or anything, but it helps like bring in money and stuff like that for other things for the brand on it. I kind of just explained it a little bit in the last slide, but what our goals are and stuff like that, like I just mentioned, just trying to build those like merchandise sales, which can help pay for a lot of stuff. Now here you can see that I use Chat GPT a little bit to help me like put the logo on some shirts and stuff like that. So as you can see, this would be like some merchandise that we could sell, and a lot of people like that go to events and stuff just like to buy stuff that has cool cars on them and stuff like that. And if you could put your logo on them, people will ask like, hey, like, where'd you get that shirt? Oh, I got it from S Collective, they put film, blah blah blah. And if you say that to the right person that has these type of cars, like high-end cars, oh no, I'll check them out and stuff like that. So I feel like that is like a kind of like a domino effect of how like just putting merchandise out there can lead to more customers and stuff like that. Now, like I've kind of mentioned, for the marketing strategy, I'd like to like propose that we go to events. So like you can see in these bottom two videos, pictures, it says the 1320 video. That is an event in Dallas, Texas. It is called Texas 2K. And as you can see, the stands are pretty full, and it's a week long event, and the stands are full like that all the time. They have like sponsorship and vendors there where people like sell their own stuff. Like it's just a whole bunch of car merchandise and stuff like that. And what I think would be good was that like if you just go out there and just set up your stand and stuff like that, people will buy your shirts. It just like I mentioned earlier, they have just have like cars on them that people like and stuff like that. Also, you could have a stand out there to promote your business. People come up, see your shirts and stuff like that. Oh, and then they're gonna ask about your business. You can tell them what they do, and by all means, this is like not like a cheap event or anything. So a lot of people with that kind of money come to these events. So it would definitely be a good kind of domino effect that we put ourselves out there for the merchandise, but also you can bring in customers as well. And also not and then the other picture, not just Texas 2K, but going to car events, and which they do, but I don't think they do enough of it. I think just going to those car events, the same thing with Texas 2K, just having some shirts that you can sell and stuff like that. And a lot of people, and that's how you build just cut the customers and they have them come in. And I think another thing I'd want to mention, I didn't put a picture on here. Dallas has like a whole bunch of like these pop-up like events things, like for like vendors, not just like vendors for like car stuff, like clothes, jewelry, stuff like that. I think that would also be a good thing to bring. And if they have this thing in Dallas called the Melting Pot, that's it's, I don't know if it's every weekend. It's not consistent, but it's a big event that a lot of people go to. And I think if we have a whole bunch of cars at the shop, like nice cars that are ours. So I think if you were to bring like a car like that and put it next to like your booth at one of those events, you would draw attention because people are like, whoa, that's a nice car. And then, you see our stand right next to it, and you're like, oh, well, maybe we should see what they do and stuff like that. So I think that would also be a great opportunity to, sell merchandise there, and then also bring in customers from just those interactions of going out. Now for social media, as you can see here, this is the Instagram we have. It's got a little over 3,500 followers. But when we'd go to the events, we would post on here that we'd be there and stuff like that. So we could definitely get ourselves out there, and the people that follow us and stuff like that. And then also, like, it's kind of vice versa. You go to events and stuff like that. You tell us, check us out on social media. You start gaining followers, and you start becoming more popular on social media, which in turns, like, I guess I keep saying, like, domino effect, domino effect, domino effect. And everything just starts working out. It just starts from a simple, like, just making some shirts to sell and stuff like that. And going to these events is what I think is going to cause an uprise in this business. Now for websites, you can see in the top right there, that is the website, but that's the only merchandise we have. So I definitely think we definitely need to make more and stuff like that. But for when we would make some, of course we'd bring them to the events, but we'd also put them on our website for people to buy. And to conclude everything, like I mentioned, I think just a simple marketing strategy where going to events and stuff can really help this company and really help bring in money. A big thing that I didn't mention here, I didn't really mention it, but on one of the shirts it says we do detailing. I feel like we make our own product for detailing, so like soap and stuff, like all the like spray and stuff that you'd see in Walmart and stuff like that. Like, we have our own brand. I think that could definitely, all like merchandise sales can help do that. And another thing is we don't have like I don't know what the machine is called, but it is like where it wraps the bottles for you. Like, we have to do that like with our hands, which takes time. It's not really challenging as you get used to it. You get used to it, starts to become easier, but it's time consuming from doing other stuff. So I definitely think using merchandise money and stuff like that to like get machines like that, get machines for other things and stuff like that would definitely help. Thank you.